Hey everyone, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting Leisa Reid. She is a seasoned speaker and trainer who has booked and delivered over 600 talks and teaches entrepreneurs how to get booked and stay booked with confidence. As the founder of Get Speaking Gigs Now and CEO of International Speaker Network, she empowers others to craft compelling talks and grow their influence from the stage. How are you doing today, Lisa?
I'm doing great. How are you, Anthony?
Fantastic. I was excited to have you on. You're doing some awesome things. You're helping a lot of people, and there's some folks out there that definitely need to know you. But to start off, where are you calling in from? Where are you located?
I'm in Orange County, California.
Okay. Have you been there for a while, or are you newer to the area?
I have been in Orange County since 1991. I moved here from Fairbanks, Alaska, where I was raised, and decided I had punched enough holes in my cold card to never have to be cold again.
Yeah, I get that. How big of a culture shock was Alaska to California?
Well, you mean California to Alaska?
Yeah.
Not too much because I would spend my summers here. So I knew what I was getting into. I think driving on the freeway was probably the craziest thing. And just having cities connected for many, many miles. I was like, wow, we're in another city and we couldn't even tell. That's new. You would know if you're out of town in Alaska. There's nothing.
I get you. Awesome. Well, you've been there long enough that you have your haunts. If you have some friends coming into town that have never visited before, where are you going? What are you doing? And what's for dinner?
Well, we definitely go to the beach. We usually go to Laguna Beach or Dana Point. And what's for dinner is whatever they want to get when we're watching the sunset from the Pacific Ocean over the Pacific Ocean.
I gotcha. Do you have your own preferences? Watching the sunset, like what goes good with that, or is it like tacos? What is it? Liquid
Yeah,
diet?
Mexican food's always a good choice, and or salad or steak or yeah, I'm pretty open, and I like Chardonnay, so I would have a glass
Okay.
of Chardonnay as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, what can you tell us about what you're doing?
Well, I work with entrepreneurs specifically who want to use public speaking to grow their business, attract their clients. Maybe they're having a hard time sliding into people's DMs, or just that's not very appealing to them, or they're run out of people to talk to. They really want to help someone, but they don't know how to get more clients. So they might find teaching or speaking very appealing, but they don't know how to get their talk created. Who should they speak to? How would they monetize it? And how would they actually get the microphone in their hands?
Okay, is this something you've always done, always wanted to do? Was this you were playing in high school, or what's the story? How'd you get started?
Well, yes, I think it's something I always wanted to do, although it wasn't until I was 40 that I realized that I could do it. My bachelor's and master's degree are in speech communication, and I taught interpersonal communication in my 20s at the university I went to. So it's not like a shocker that I ended up as a speaker. It just wasn't exactly the clean, straight arrow line that one might think. I was just reading the other day some messages people wrote me in college on some cards. I was going through stuff and cleaning things out. And someone literally said, you should be a public speaking trainer. Like, yes. Why did I wait till I was 40 to do that? Or actually 40 something, 40, 43.
Just I'll put a pin in it. That was good. They,
Yeah.
they called it. Hopefully, they ended up with I don't know, palm reader or something. They can predict the future. So okay, awesome. Well, what can you tell us about what you loved about what you're doing?
For me, I'm really passionate about helping other people share their gifts. And I'm a very honest person as well. I'm going to give kind but helpful feedback. I'm not going to tell them, oh, yeah, this is great if I don't think that. But I also want to empower somebody with the tools that they need to move forward, because I believe most entrepreneurs become entrepreneurs because they have a gift or some kind of expertise that could help the world, help somebody else solve a problem. But maybe they don't know how to tell everyone about that solution. So this way, I'm empowering other people to help more people. So it's like, I used to call it the ripple effect, but a good friend of mine calls it oh my gosh, now I can't remember it. The revelation effect? No, it's not. Revolution effect. There we go. The revolution effect. And it's just a little bit more empowering.
I like that. What is the avatar of your like average client, or what are the people look like that you can best serve, best help, or what are some of the pain points that they might be going through that if they're dealing with X, Y, or Z, you're the person they should be talking
Typically, I work with people who are consultants or coaches of some kind, and other people too, but those are a lot of my clients. And they have something that's maybe intangible, like a service, a package. Somehow they're helping people with something, have a better life, have less stress, have a better body, things like that. but they don't know how to package their expertise into a 30-minute talk, let's say. They are tired of maybe going from one-on-one and they want to go more one-to-many. Maybe they want to create a group program. That's not required, but that's a lot of, I get people at that intersection where they're like, okay, I need to make this easier. I need to make it easier to find clients, and I need to make it easier to maintain my financial profits.
Okay. What about average power partners? Who do you tend to synergize well with? Any professionals or professions out there that you can collaborate with or refer back and forth well with?
Yes. In fact, I call them my speaker soulmates. So if you're listening and you fit this requirement, please reach out to me. My speaker soulmate is somebody who speaks at a similar frequency as I do, which I speak about 40-ish times a year. They speak to a similar audience as I do, but we don't speak about the same thing. I speak about public speaker secrets for entrepreneurs, and I speak virtually to entrepreneurs. And then the other one is that we develop a know, like, and trust factor where we might not know each other yet, but we're willing to build that trust up and hopefully have a fruitful, long lasting referral relationship.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to a new or aspiring entrepreneur?
I would say that the most important thing is figure out how you can get sales. I think a lot of times people focus on their logo or the colors of the brand, and those things are important. I'm not saying they're not important, but you don't actually need those things to get a sale. Like, you need to figure out what's your thing, whether it's a product, a service, a program that people would pay you for. And when you figure that out and you're madly in love with that, it makes it a lot easier to build the sales. Then you can use that money to get your branding all dialed in and whatever other kind of things you want to do.
Yeah, the number one rule of business is stay in business, and you need the cash to do it. Right?
It definitely helps. It definitely
Yeah,
helps.
the logo's like a plus 2%. Being able to sell is a plus all of the percent. So
Yes.
it's
And
important.
you can always change it later. You can make a better logo later if you want to. I know it's, for a lot of people, the perfectionism. We want it all to be perfect before we come out, but I am a big fan of ignorance on fire. It's like, oh, go for it. Done is better than perfect. Let's get on out there, test it out, kiss some babies, see how it works. And it's the same with speaking too, because even though I speak, I don't say the exact same thing every single time. I might tell similar stories, but it's always different. So you can learn a lot by just going out there and sharing what you have.
Absolutely, yeah. What's the saying? It's like, don't let perfect be the enemy of good enough, or something like that. Yeah, get going. Don't be stagnant. So awesome. Well, why you? What sets what you're apart? What you're doing apart from everybody else out there that might be doing something similar?
I had a client recently come on. We had met in a prospect call on Zoom, and he later emailed me to ask me if I was real, because I think he'd been burned, through some fake people. I get literally fake AI person. He asked me if I was AI or if I was a real person. And once we determined, yes, I am real, he I was very grateful. He trusted me, and he's now working on completely revamping his pricing, his programs. He's putting a talk together. He has so much knowledge and expertise that he's sitting on that has just been hidden for a long time. So for me, it's like, I will meet you where you are. I will give you the guidance and structure needed for your personality and what you're trying to put together. I don't think everything's cookie cutter. I think it's like, let's figure out what matches your personality, your audience, your topic, your business goals, your lifestyle. All those things come together to make something unique for that person. And that's how I like to work with people.
Awesome. You're a wealth of knowledge. We can go down all the rabbit holes and spend however much time you'd like to on any one topic. But in general, is there anything that I missed or I failed to ask that you might want to add?
I will add, we touched on a little bit the International Speaker Network. That's available at ispeakernetwork.com, I with a lowercase or capital I. And that's a great place for any entrepreneur who's using public speaking or wants to be using public speaking to grow their business. You'll be surrounded by other people on that same journey who will put a hand out to help you.
Perfect. Is there any other ways that people can get a hold of you?
Yes. If you want to learn more and get more tips about how to get speaking gigs now, you can go to getspeakinggigsnow.com/tips. I'll give you some more tips. Obviously, we couldn't figure all that out in 10 minutes, but yeah, you'll get more tips. It's free. And if you end up that you want to have a conversation with me after receiving some more tips, there'll be a link in there for you.
Perfect. I'm going to put all that in the show notes so it's super easy to find. You don't have to try and spell it out. Just go and have a conversation. If you've been considering getting in touch with Leisa, do it. If you're a business owner, if you're wanting to speak to people, you should. You should talk to as many people as frequently as you can. So it's awesome that there's people out there like Leisa. Absolutely reach out. She's the exact same in a one-on-one as she is here, so don't be shy. If anybody would like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to her newsletter, and connect with her growing community. If you or somebody you know would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing with us. I hope we all have an awesome day and go out and grow our circles, all right?
Thanks, Anthony.